Hey guys, it's Michaela, and this is my video reflection for Technology and Society, Chapter 10, International Defense Profile. And it said, describe the four rationale of military force. And the first one, there's four of them, obviously, like I just said. Defense, deterrence, compellence, and swaggering. And the defense is basically the military force that's helping prevent attacks or help with less damage. And the purpose here is to destroy. Deterrence is basically helping us protect from attacks. And then compellence is to help persuade others to change their behavior. And then swaggering is the military force that enhances like prestige, pride, or personal ambitions. So what we talked about in class on this one was basically just like parades, like things like that. And then the next thing was just like, what are your thoughts after watching the video? And I'm kind of just more in shock that we have that many nuclear weapons. In the beginning of the video, she did lay a lot of facts down, like weapons grade nuclear material the size of a latte could kill 100,000 of individuals. And then also like today's nuclear weapons are more powerful than the bomb that we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And it could also, like, our nuclear weapons today could lead to the end of all life on the planet. So basically, like, the end of the world, which is kind of scary if you think about it. It's not scary, it's terrifying. And over 15,000 nuclear weapons are distributed between 9 nations. 1,800 can be launched within 15 minutes of a presidential command. And then we have solid evidence that terrorists are trying to get access to some of these nuclear weapons. There's been a lot of accidents that have happened with nuclear weapons here in the United States. Like she mentioned that we dropped we've dropped nuclear weapons, on the Carolinas twice. And like the first one, something was in the wrong spot, and then the second one, all 5 of the switches that were were there or like built whatever to help stop it detonating all failed besides the 6th one, which you said was like kind of good. And I don't really want to know what she meant by that was kind of good, because honestly, if they can end all life on the planet, I don't really want to know what that one thing could have done, just even to Carolina or like the United States. It's kind of terrifying to think about. And then in 1995, we almost had a full-on nuclear war because the president of Russia thought it was a missile from the United States. So the factor that people in leadership positions basically have control over this is kind of scary, because, what if one thing just goes wrong and they just don't think, or, I mean, obviously, like, in 1995, they just thought it was something, and they were like, oh, let's just go ahead and set off these nuclear weapons. Like, it's just something that you don't really, that it should take more than just, obviously, 15 minutes to process if we should start a nuclear war or not. And that is just crazy to think that that's what we live in today. Honestly, like she said in the video, is that her imaginary friend Jasmine was born in 91. Obviously, he doesn't talk about it because she was born at the end of a Cold War, and nuclear weapons weren't such a hot topic after that. But honestly, like she stated in all of these facts, they're a big deal in today's, like, society, or like more not society, but more like in the government. And then I could only find one article on Wall Street Journal, but it's titled "The Threat of Nuclear War is Still With Us," and it was published April 10th, 2019. And it basically like talks about how the U.S. and the U.S. and its allies and Russia are caught in a dangerous policy paralysis that could lead to that could lead to the use of nuclear weapons for the first time in nearly 74 years. And it basically just talks about like obviously it talks about like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Arab-Israel War, the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, and things like that, and basically like what could happen. But again, I only found one article, which kind of sucks. My Wall Street Journal's acting up when it loaded my second page. But that's all I have for you this week. Thank you.